Now, state recalls Ms. Bernett.
But before you do, Mr. Little, do you have any questions about those issues for Ms. Burnett or Mr. Ruiz?
Thank you, Your Honor. No, I do not.
Okay, thank you. You may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Ms. Burnett, you understand that the obligor is seeking an additional credit for the difference between the child support from January to June of this year, correct?
Correct.
And you're not in agreement in giving them that credit, right?
No.
And why is that, ma'am?
Your Honor, we respectfully disagree regarding the reduction from January 1st. The reasons are the absence of the health insurance coverage for the past 3 years and the shared medical expenses that come along with that. And the lack of contribution towards the children's sport activities that are essential to the well-being of them for the last 5 years. The lack and
let me ask.
Is associated with him not picking them up.
Ma'am, I'm going to stop you. No one's objected, but this is, at this point, I think you're...
All right, guys. Court just got heated fast. The state recalls Miss Bernett to the stand, and instantly, the tension's thick. The father's side wants credit for past child support payments, but Miss Bernett isn't budging. She stands firm, saying he didn't carry health insurance for years, never paid for sports, and hasn't shown up when needed. The judge steps in, trying to keep control as everyone starts circling around money, responsibility, and years of broken promises.
Beyond answering the question, or it was a very broad question. So, Mr. Damasian, if you can continue and maybe streamline a little. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So, Ms. Burnett, I'm going to ask you direct questions, and that just answer the question. You'll get a chance to speak at the end. In the prior order, who was ordered to carry health and dental?
He was Mario.
Okay. And when did that stop?
September of 2021, when he lost his job.
Okay. So is your testimony that you've been carrying the health and dental for the kids this long?
Correct.
Okay. And is this one of the reasons why you...
Now listen, this is where things start to sting. Miss Burnett drops facts. She's been covering the kids' health and dental insurance since 2021 after he lost his job. Every single month, she paid out of pocket $548 for coverage, $58 for dental. She's furious that he wants credit while she's been footing every bill. The courtroom goes silent as she details every missed pickup and unpaid activity. The judge lets it roll, wanting to hear every painful truth.
Don't want to give him credit from the January to June?
Correct.
Okay. What other expenses have you incurred?
I respectfully object to more testimony along these lines. I don't read 156-401 as having equitable exemptions. It simply states that a child support order is to relate back to the date that he was served with the modification. So I just object on relevance grounds.
Mr. Damasian?
Judge, equitable grounds is something that's always important in trial. So I believe it is relevant.
I'm going to overrule the objection only because there are no reasons cited in the code.
Comes the legal punch. The defense objects, saying none of this matters under the law. They argue that child support should only go back to the date he was served, not based on fairness. But the prosecutor fires back, equity matters. The judge agrees, overrules the objection. You can feel the pressure in the room. For once, both sides are fighting not just with law books, but with emotion. It's not just numbers, it's about what's right.
So I'm open to listening to what both of your reasonings are for why it should or shouldn't go back. It's a may, it's not a shall. So you may proceed, Mr. David.
Thank you, Judge. Ms. Burnett, is there other expenses that you've incurred besides the medical and dental?
Well, he hasn't picked him up according to the court order for his visitations since August of 2021. So I do have them on his weekends and his time. So I feel like those expenses goes toward the cost that occurs there. Also, she has cheerleading and baseball, and he doesn't pay any of that. So
Now-
I think it's fair.
Now, how long, are you saying that you've covered the health and dental since 2021?
Correct.
Okay. And just a ballpark figure.
Miss Bernett keeps going strong. She explains how the father hasn't picked the kids up since August 2021, not one weekend according to court order. She's been covering everything, from baseball to cheerleading, saying it's only fair she refuses his request for credit. When she mentions how much she pays each month, it hits hard this isn't just a fight over paperwork. It's a mother who's been doing it all while the father stayed silent.
How much did that cost you just for the kids during those years, during monthly figures during those years?
We pay, as we did the math earlier, I pay $548 a month for the kids.
And
For health insurance and dental is $58.
Okay.
So since September of 2021, I mean, you could do the math. I don't know. That's
and the children have been covered since then to present.
yes, correct.
Okay. All right. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Mr. Little, do you have questions for Ms. Burnett?
A few, yes, thank you. Ms. Bernett,
The judge looks ready to move on, but before that, one last question hits, and the kids have been covered this whole time. She answers firmly, yes, Your Honor. Boom. Witness testimony complete. It's a small victory for her, but you can tell this courtroom is just getting started. The father's attorney rises, ready to flip the narrative. The room shifts. This next round will hit even harder.
my client's been making efforts to see his children, correct?
Absolutely not.
Oh, so
No.
you're saying that he hasn't tried to communicate with you?
He wanted them, and I gave them the schedule. We had cheerleading competitions in rehearsal, and I gave him the schedule, and he decided not to because he can't drive right now. So he'd have to have his mother, who just had open heart surgery.
Objection narrative.
And
Well,
Is the question.
no, he has not. That's the answer to that.
thank you.
And are you aware that Mr. Ruiz has been attempting to get child support review for over 2 years?
No.
You're claiming that you're not aware of that.
He filed and I received that, but he never even told me when he lost his job.
You have stipulated to state's exhibit of the
Now it's the defense's turn. The father's lawyer, Mr. Little, steps up. My client's been making efforts to see his children, correct? Miss Bernett doesn't even blink. Absolutely not. He pushes again, but she's unshaken. She accuses him of using excuses, blaming his mother's surgery, his lack of driving, anything but himself. Then she fires back. He never told her when he lost his job. The defense scrambles, trying to prove he's been paying something, anything. But she's not letting it slide.
child support financial history sheet, right? And that reflects that he has been paying his child support obligation for the month since the month of earlier than that,
October.
but definitely all
Yes.
year this year, correct?
But it hasn't, not the amount that he's ordered to do so.
All right. Pass the witness.
Previously to that, he
Pass the
hasn't
witness.
Ma'am, he's passed you as a witness. There's nothing to answer. Thank you. Mr. Dehmejian, you may call your next witness.
Judge,
Judge allows the next witness, Mario Ruiz himself. The father finally takes the stand. This is his moment. You can feel the nerves. He says he's tried calls, texts, attempts to arrange visits. But every time, he claims, it's like being put through a blender. He calls it malicious compliance, saying the mom twists every attempt to spend time with his kids. The tension is electric, both parents painting opposite realities under oath.
I can let Mr. Little call his witness.
Thank you. Okay.
Mr. Little?
I'd call Mario Ruiz.
Yes.
Mario, what efforts have you made to see your children in the last year?
Phone calls, text messages. I try to call to formulate something, get something going, and it's just malicious compliance.
Okay, when you say that, can you kind of speak in more layman's terms what you mean by that?
So I try to set something up, like get information, and it's just like being put through a blender. It's not easy.
So you're not able to effectively communicate with Ms. Bernett?
No.
Okay. Has she referred you to talk to other people when you try to talk to her about scheduling?
Yeah. So I've been referred to her husband, their stepdad. I've spoken to him once.
Mario insists he's been pushed out. He says the mother withholds school info, blocks communication, even tells him to talk to her new husband instead. He sounds frustrated, defeated, yet still fighting to be heard. The judge listens quietly as Mario admits he can't make weekday pickups. His full-time job makes it impossible. I'm trying to earn money for my kids, he says. You can sense both truth and exhaustion in his voice.
Stating the same things. Hey, we need to figure something out. What are we going to do? And nobody wants to work with me, so we have to go this route.
Now, under the current custody order, you have an expanded standard possession order, so you're able to pick up the kids from school during your times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but why does that not work for you now?
She withholds information, so I don't have any information, for one.
No, in terms of like, why does it not work for you to be up picking them up from school at the time school lets out on Thursday?
Work, full-time job.
Okay.
So I don't have the flexibility to fulfill expanded.
Right. Because you're trying to make the money so you can pay your child support.
Yes, to pay child support and my bills and everything else.
And so have you tried to reach some workarounds on the schedule so you still have meaningful time with your children? Have you tried to have some workarounds?
Yes, I've reached out. I've reached out.
All right, guys, now the courtroom hits another nerve. The lawyer asks, so you've been trying to adjust schedules to see your kids? Mario nods, says it's never easy, that they just can't communicate like parents should. Then the questioning shifts back to money. When did he lose his six-figure job? November 2021. Since then, it's been chaos. He's been asking for a review for nearly 2 years. This father's fight isn't just legal, it's survival.
And again, what's just the general tenor of the feedback you get when you try to reach out and work things out?
It just doesn't work out. We just can't seem to communicate with one another properly as we should as co-parents.
Okay. So you left your last job when?
November.
When your decree was done, when did you lose that job?
November of 2021.
Okay. And for how long have you been seeking child support review or otherwise hoping for modification?
About a year and a half plus 2 years.
Okay. And
so since that, since I left my job.
Since you left your job. So more than that.
Mm-hmm.
So you reached out to the Attorney General's office seeking child support review?
Correct.
And you've been trying to follow that process, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Pass the witness.
Mr. Damation, do you have any questions for Mr. Ruiz?
Just a couple, Your Honor.
The opposing attorney jumps in, pressing hard. You were supposed to pay health and dental insurance, right? Mario hesitates, says he believes so but can't recall. He admits he resigned, not fired. The lawyer digs deeper. Why leave a six-figure job? Mario's voice cracks. He says it was unsafe, stressful, even deadly. There was an incident at work where people were killed. He says he couldn't stay. You can feel the room pause. This man's breakdown is raw.
Mr. Ruiz, now you were ordered to pay the health and dental in a prior order, correct?
I I believe so. I'm not sure. I have to refer back to the decree.
Okay. And now you weren't able to do that because you lost your job.
Yes, I resigned from my position back in November 2021.
Okay. Now you resigned.
Yes.
Okay. And why did you let that job go?
It was just an unfit place to work at. I had many problems working in that place.
Is it because you weren't getting along with the employees, or was it just a dangerous
Well,
place to work?
I mean, I was in charge of, um, a multi-million-dollar company. So it was, the pressure, the stress that I didn't have the resources needed to continue what they expected me to do. Um, Prior to that, there was a workplace incident where there was people killed. So I didn't want to work there anymore.
Okay.
It was just an unhealthy place for me to be.
Now things explode. Another lawyer rises, pressing Mario again. You quit your job knowing you had obligations to your kids? The judge intervenes as both sides start shouting. Mario defends himself, saying he's worked off and on since but couldn't stay stable. When asked why he didn't pay, he mutters, "My wages were garnished, but the records don't back it up." You can almost hear the frustration boiling. This is courtroom warfare, truth vs. excuses.
All right. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Ms. Burnett, do you have any questions for Mr. Ruiz?
You resigned from your job?
Yeah, yes, I
Why,
did.
when you know you have financial obligations, why would you resign from a job making six figures to be unemployed for 3 years? You mean
As I
your
stated.
second DWI, and that's why they fired you. There's a
Objection.
difference. And
Objection.
also,
Counsel is
Yeah,
testifying.
ma'am, when someone says object, please stop talking so they can make their objection and I can rule on it.
okay,
Ms. Fuller, what
sorry.
was your objection?
My objection was counsel is testifying.
Oh, sustained. Ma'am, you have to ask questions, not testify.
Oh, sorry. Also, Mario, when you didn't have a job from November of 2021 until October of last year, did you, how often did you pick up your children from school and on your weekends?
Well, it was often because of our communication and my work situations.
I'm sorry, that wasn't the answer. I mean, that wasn't you didn't answer the questions. How many times? Literally, I could count on my hands, but how many times you said that our
Questioning ends. Both sides are exhausted. The judge looks tired but focused. Does anyone have anything further? No, Your Honor. Silence fills the courtroom. Then the judge begins her ruling, calm but powerful. She goes line by line through the numbers, adjusting child support, calculating credits, dividing balances. Every number feels like a hammer striking down. When she says judgment is 68,533, Mario lowers his head. Reality hits hard.
that you didn't pick up the children because of your work schedule, but you didn't work for 3 years. So I'm just asking, how many times did you pick up your children according to the court orders during those times that you were unemployed?
I did work. I did not have work for 3 years
Then why didn't you pay child support in that time? Why
because
didn't you?
I didn't have a sustainable
So you
job
didn't.
during those
So you
times.
didn't report your wages to the
No,
attorney.
they were garnished.
Okay. I don't see that on the record paperwork, but okay. That
Okay. Does anyone have anything further?
No, Your Honor.
no, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. I am going to essentially do the modification as of the March date you were all here. So I'm going to divide the requested amount of four and change. The 4860 divided by 2, which would give him credit of $2,430 plus the $26,928 credit would be a total of $29,358 credit. And if my math is correct, subtracting that from the 97,891.02 would leave 68,533.0.
All right, here's where it gets official. The judge orders Mario Ruiz to pay $674 a month in child support starting July 1st, 2025, when one child turns 18. It'll drop to $539. Then she orders him to pay for medical and dental $325 for medical, $50 for dental every month. The courtroom's silent. This isn't just a ruling. It's a message. The judge's tone says that all this case is about accountability, not excuses.
2 as the judgment as of yesterday. I'm going to approve all the other agreements. That includes modifying the child support, and I'm ordering Mr. Ruiz to pay to Ms. Bernett current child support of $674 per month beginning July 1st, 2025. I'm assuming you're all agreeing to a step down when there's one child before the court. So I'm going to approve a step down, the statutory step down. And I'm assuming this was guidelines, so that will be an easy number to calculate. Correct, Mr.
539.
Okay.
539, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. I'm approving and ordering that Ms. Burnett provide medical and dental insurance. Was that through her employment or another source?
It was another source, Your Honor. Her husband's employer, another source.
So I'm ordering that she provide insurance through another source. And ordering that Mr. Ruiz pay to Ms. Burnett cash medical support of $329 per month beginning July 1st, 2025. I'm also ordering that he paid dental support to Ms. Burnett in the amount of $50 each month beginning July 1st, 2025 for the agreements.
Judge, you did say $325 a month for medical, right? $325.
I thought you had said $329. This is what's hard when you want to read stuff out and don't give me like documents.
Yeah, it's $325, Your Honor.
Okay.
That's at the 9%. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and when you read like that too, I don't have time to recalculate, so I'm just going off what I hear. Okay, so for the agreement, I'm ordering $325 per month beginning July 1st, 2025. I think that covers.
And the judge takes a surprising turn. She brings up Visitation offering to modify the pickup times so Mario can actually see his kids after work. Would PM Fridays and Sundays work? She asks. For a moment, it feels like hope. Mario hesitates but finally says yes. The judge wants cooperation, but you can feel the mother's cold stare. She doesn't believe he'll show up. The judge pushes for peace, but it's fragile.
All of your agreements. This was not an agreement, but I'm going to throw this out there. If you're all in agreement with this, I'm willing to do a trial amendment and order this. If I heard everything correctly today, there's issues with him visiting, possibly because the start times, because he works a full-time job, and I understand it is very hard to pick up in the middle of the day from school. Are you all in agreement to modifying your order to the over 50-mile visitation, the old standard, where it would start and stop times would be, what time is it? It's at 6 o'clock. So he'd be picking up at that time instead of, and you might not have thought about this, so you might not be willing to say yes to this right now, but just throwing this out there as a possible solution to problems which could help your children in the long run.
Mario, you can feel free to, if you feel comfortable, it's okay. If you don't feel comfortable at this time.
I'm not forcing this on anyone. I can't force it on anyone.
Yeah, I mean, that, I don't know. I mean, I would much rather, speak to Chelsea about that and have all this figured out. But if it continues to go the way it is, like communication wise, then we'll have to come back.
What's under discussion is 6 p.m. Pickups and drop-offs at our residence.
Yeah. So instead of going to Monday morning, which depending upon where you live can be very difficult, to get kids to school on time. You'd be dropping off at 6 o'clock on Sunday. You'd be picking up at 6 o'clock on Friday. And so it would help with the work schedule.
6 o'clock. I mean, yeah, that'll work.
And then you wouldn't have to negotiate with each other, pick up and drop off times, hopefully.
Yeah, because I'm here in Galveston. She's in Santa Fe, and my work.
Mario explains how he lives in Galveston and she's in Santa Fe. His work hours make school pickups nearly impossible. The judge gets it. She knows the struggle, but she's not letting anyone off easy. When the mom interrupts, saying he hasn't even tried this summer, the judge snaps, "This isn't a debate. She's done with the bickering." One last time, she reminds them what matters is the kids, not the money. It hits like thunder.
Hours are 8 to 5, 8 to 5, 8 to 5:30.
Yeah, so dropping a child off in school in Santa Fe and then getting back to Galveston at 8 in the morning is really not feasible. Maybe, but
yeah, I mean, it's doable, but it's just really hard for me to do right now.
It's the summer. It's been a month into summer and he hasn't attempted to see the kids.
Okay, ma'am, I'm not having this as a debate. I was throwing this out there as a solution because realistically, at some point, someone's going to file something.
I'm going to file for custody modification. I'm saving my money for my attorney for that. Then what matters is the kids, not the money.
Okay. Well, then that is my ruling. And
Judge, a couple more things. We request that there be an amount towards the arrearages, and I think $400 a month would be good there because that way we stay above the interest, and that could start July 1st as well.
I don't think I've heard testimony on this issue. Would anyone else like to speak on this matter?
I think that's something that we had discussed. No.
So you're in agreement with the $400 per month?
That's what we had discussed in separate meetings with with Gary. So I think we are in agreement with that.
Okay. I know Ms. Bernett is in agreement as well, Your Honor, on that amount. So.
Okay, Ms. Bernett, you are in agreement? You have to answer yes or no.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Thank you.
My voice cracked.
and you, Judge, and the only other thing would be the court cost as per the family code.
But this judge isn't finished yet. The attorneys request payment for arrears $400 a month starting July 1st, 2025. Everyone agrees. The mom sighs, the dad nods, maybe the first agreement all day. The judge insists that as child support decreases, arrear payments will increase to balance it out. This is final, the math, the mandate, the mercy. Every detail locked down. No room left for excuses.
Got to be assessed against Mr. Little's client, and we can do as billed, and we can kick that out June 18 of 2026.
Does anyone have anything they want to say on that matter?
I think that's reasonable, Your Honor.
Okay. And ma'am, anything you want to say on that matter?
No, ma'am.
I'm going to add to my ruling that I'm ordering that Mr. Ruiz pay the arrears back at a rate of $400 per month beginning July 1st, 2025 with step-ups as the child support goes down. And so it would be the amount of the difference in the amounts paying towards child support added to that arrears. What's it? $549. So it's a difference of $135. So it would be $535 with the first step up. And then it would be $1,074 with the second step up. And then I am ordering that he pay court costs to Galveston County on or before June 18th of 2026. And the state is going to draft the order based on my ruling today, and they'll be sending it to you shortly, I think, through DocuSign. Mr.
Yes.
What is the plan?
Yes, Judge, that is the plan. Now, Judge, just to be clear, there isn't going to be a trial amendment, right?
No, there was no agreement, so I'm not ordering a trial.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I was throwing it out there to save people some money, but they can go before another judge and that judge can make the ruling. So yes, they are free to, we are free to stop the recording and the YouTube, and you're free to move people around as you need, Mr. Division. Thank you everyone for coming in, and good
Thanks,
luck
Jim.
with everything going forward.
Thanks for your time, Your Honor.
Thank you.
The gavel's ready. The judge orders Mario to pay court costs by June 18, 2026. She thanks everyone, but not kindly, more like a warning. Good luck going forward, she says. The room empties out. The case is over. Months of tension collapse into silence. The parents don't look at each other. Another family torn by law, healed by truth. All right, guys, if you think this judge was fair, drop a comment, hit that like button, and subscribe for more real courtroom battles.